This video we're about to react to is from Queen Chama, and the video is called "The Culture is Rewarding Bird Brain Behavior," and y'all get mad when we say it. Okay, but let's see what my black queen's talking about.
I'm a A, Queen Chama, Queen Chama, Queen Chama, A. She the one that always stay poppin', A. Flow crazy and it got my head bobbing, A. My nose up to you joints looking snotty, A. Brown skin cascade down my body, A.
So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chama Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're going to be talking about this whole culture of what people online call bird brain behavior and why the girls get so defensive the second you call it out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose subscribers for this one, but hey, they don't call me Queen Chama Trigger for nothing. Before we even get into the examples, I do want to say this though, it's not a hate video. You know, I'm not dragging these women, and it's not me pretending like I'm above the culture. I consume the same music, I see the same headlines. I've even written lyrics that lean into that competitive bird brain energy before, like I'll be real. So it's not necessarily judgment, but I think it's observation. The older I get, the more I see. What I've been noticing for the past year is that every time a celebrity woman is involved in a messy situation with a man, the fans rush to defend it. Not all the fans, but a lot of them. The behavior gets reframed as confident, it gets reframed as nonchalant, it gets reframed as she's just having fun. And the minute someone says, nah, this is definitely bird brain behavior, or it just looks unhealthy, people act personally offended. That reaction is what made me want to do this video, because it's bigger than Summer Walker, it's bigger than Mariah the Scientist. It's bigger than Cardi B or Scotty with a Body or any individual name you can plug into this conversation. I think it's about what we as a culture reward. It's about what we clap for. It's about what we excuse when it involves our faves. Now, the reason this video is happening right now is because I saw a TikTok, and I know this is kind of random. It just came across my TL, but it said exactly what I've been thinking, just in a much more vulgar way. But I'm gonna play the clip and come back.
I fear that, bird brain have found like a way to kind of make themselves feel better about being a bird brain, low down, dirty bitch, And I'm gonna use Summer Walker as an example, but she's not the only one, because I've seen it so many times. Like, y'all justify being the root of another woman's pain by playing this pimped out game.
I ain't gonna cap my girl. My girl, she gotta talk like this. Cause I'm just so real with it. I don't want my girl to be bird brain. I want my girl to be real like me, but talk about females how they are. I can come at the niggas, I can come at the females. But when I'm with my girl, she need to come at the females. Cause I don't need to come at the females. I love the females. I just caught y'all for being goofy. But I need my girl to say, you bird brain bitches got shit fucked up for everybody.
When you're really just a horrible person, like, for real, you're just a horrible person. And then somehow every single time y'all make it seem like y'all don't care about these men. Y'all be up about these men. And I'm gonna use Summer Walker as an example, right? Because Summer Walker is a beautiful, talented, financially free. Like, I don't know what's in her pockets, but I'm pretty sure she's a millionaire, right? You're a woman who has access to all of these rich ass bachelors who you can deal with and not have to hurt other women with, and they will trick on you. If all you want is a trick, there are so many women willing to trick on you. But to you, it makes more sense to with a man who you don't care about, who he's really sucks, like you couldn't be with him every day, all because he tricks. You love that man, and it's okay. You're obsessed with that man, and you honestly might even want that girl's position. Honestly, from what I'm seeing, you're begging the man to be in his phone under Pizza Hut and all of these crazy ass antics. And some,
I ain't gonna cap. I lost respect for fucking Summer Walker from birds. I lost respect with a K. Like, I lost respect for Summer Walker finding out that she was getting her cheeks clapped by Rich the Kid. Now, granted, Rich the Kid, he was on fucking Vultures. He did shit with Kanye, with Ye. Still haven't gotten his album produced by Kanye yet. But everybody, Rich the Kid, that's like a step up from Famous Dex. Like I said, I lost respect. Like, Meech, I understand Meech. He's in a hot show. He's in fucking 50 Cent's BMF. Like, of course, yeah, Meech. Okay, you went from Meech to Rich the Kid because he tricks.
Now you've convinced yourself that the girl is the problem and she's picking with you because he cheats with other women. That does not make it okay. The thing with bird brain is somehow they find ways to make themselves feel okay with the shit they do. Like, okay, so he's cheating with other, so let me add myself to that rotation. No, you're still a shitty person. You're still a shitty person. And we have got to stop glorifying bird brain, bird behavior. Because then when you get your happy ass in a relationship and that man dog walks you, y'all be wanting sympathy. You're a horrible person. Do you think that your next relationship is gonna thrive? No. It's not. Just my opinion. Make America bird brainless.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do agree with sis. Like, the core message in this was women have gotten too comfortable justifying being involved in something that hurts themselves or even another woman, and then dressing it up like it's a flex. Acting like being added into a situation is power when it really isn't. Acting like indifference equals strength when it really doesn't. And when she used Summer Walker as the example, it clicked for me because it's not just Summer Walker. It's a pattern with a lot of women in the industry. So I've broken this video down into 3 main talking points. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my first point is when messy becomes marketable. Let's start with the Summer Walker situation because that's what sparked this whole conversation online. And yes, this may be old tea.
These stand still pictures of these females, bro. They don't. I don't know. I don't know who this is, but it's like she just looks evil. She just looks evil, bro. I ain't got nothing to say, bro. Let's just go ahead.
For both of these examples, but I'm just saying. So HotNewHipHop.com covered the drama between Summer, Rich the Kid, and Tory Bricks, who is Rich the Kid's baby mother, girlfriend, fiance.
Like, bro, like this, she looks beautiful. This is very beautiful. The other pic, hey, like I said, Rich the Kid.
Say I'm not even sure. After leaked audio surfaced of Summer allegedly telling Rich she still wanted to link up with him while he was engaged. According to the article, the audio suggested she congratulated them publicly while privately still entertaining him. And of course, the Pizza Hut detail took over the timeline, and that was the idea that she didn't care if he had her saved under a fake name in his phone. I guess he had her saved under the name Pizza Hut. And that detail kind of became like a meme in its own. It became kind of like a punchline in this whole thing, and it definitely means that she was content. Meanwhile, what was actually happening? A man engaged, 2 women publicly in conflict, allegations of harassment, DMs posted, Rich claiming Summer was pursuing him, Summer saying Rich doesn't even like Tory, Tory saying she's been dealing with this for the last 2 years, and the blogs framing it as just another complicated situation. And you know what fascinates?
Ain't nothing complicated about this situation, bro. All I can say is Rich ain't that nigga. Because if Rich was really that nigga, he would have already told his girl, his main, like, hey, you know about me, I'm Rich the Kid. Nobody know about you. I love you, you could be the main, I'm gonna be fucking on some side. And if you wanna join me, you can join with me, baby. But I'm just gonna let you know, hey, I got this money, I got this fame, I'm gonna get some side pussy. You can join if you want to. If you don't, it's not your cup of tea. Okay, cool. Guess what? I'm not gonna bring nothing back to the house. Not gonna get other bitches pregnant. Make sure you use a condom and shit like that. These bitches ain't gonna try to step up on your step up and go against you and everything. But you're not gonna be the only one. Now, if you can't handle that, I understand. And we can end it right here. Now, obviously he didn't have that conversation. Or maybe he did, I don't know. But it seems like he didn't have that conversation. I don't think he did. Leading up to this. He should have told Summer, bitch, shut the fuck up. Don't be going back and forth with my girl, like, privately. He should have said that, like, bruh, be quiet. Shut up. Hush. What we got going on ain't nobody's business but us. His fiance. Stop going back and forth with that girl on fucking social media, bro. Leave it alone. I'll handle it. Be quiet. If you got a problem, we can call this engagement. but leave it alone. Going back and forth on social media does nothing but brings people into our shit. Let me take accountability. Let me go ahead and get this all squared away and taken care of. He didn't do that. He went and said, "Oh man, Summer Walker, she crazy. You know, she been stalking and everything." Like, bro, like, come on now. Don't be a bitch. Nigga, if you wanted some pussy, you like the trick, just say you wanted some pussy, you like the trick. That's it. I got enough money to do it, so I'm doing it anyway. Fuck y'all gonna do. And yes, I'm fucking on y'all side females. I'm fucking on the famous ones. I'm fucking on Summer Walker. And I got a bitch at home. I would have respected Rich the Kid way more. But after Summer Walker said Rich the Kid, and I saw what he did, and he was saying like, "Oh, she been trying to fuck up the relationship and everything, not taking accountability, blaming on the bitch." That's why I lost respect for Summer Walker, bro.
Me, instead of the internet saying this is unhealthy, which a lot of people did, you know, don't get me wrong, the situation kind of became entertainment. It became a debate. It's like, oh, well, if a man is doing something bad, we can't blame Summer Walker because that's on that man for doing something wrong. Absolutely not. What did Ayanna Van Zant say? Not on my watch. Not on my watch will you disrespect another woman. Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
It literally has become commentary about who's winning a lot of times in these examples, and there's so many of them. So the participation of Summer Walker got reframed as, oh, she's bold, she's just allowing him to trick on her. And yes, like I said, the man deserves accountability, but participation doesn't disappear just because the man is worse.
I cannot bother y'all. Like, you can buy me a new phone. If you don't know the number and save it under Pizza Hut for all I care. I'm not gonna post it. Nothing.
Now compare that to the Mariah the Scientist situation. Again, Hot New Hip Hop also reported on Young Thug proposing to Mariah at his hometown hero show, and she said yes. And I believe the moment went viral because the headline centered around her engagement ring, so the focus shifted to aesthetics, not just the engagement and celebrating love. So a lot of the comments were about how it looked and, you know, the jokes and people critiquing the design, and also people just saying like, why would you want to marry this man and he has like 4 or 5 kids, different baby mamas, he hasn't been faithful, he doesn't seem to kind of respect her. I can't even answer that question for you. So Mariah said she wants
I remember one of my very little times going in the Shade Room, but I saw that because Shade Room just happened to pop up, and actually no, I think I saw it on Twitter from like Academics TV that Young Thug proposed to Mariah the Scientist. Then I went on Shade Room. I'm like, I wonder how the Shade Room queens are reacting to this. All going off on Mariah the Scientist. Bitch, you stupid. Bird brain bitch. This bitch is retarded. This nigga's played in your face. You gonna go ahead and... It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. Yes, it could be. And you being fucked by a dirty Dick Daryl. So, man, you got niggas treating you worse and giving you less.
Commitment out of love, not obligation. And that is a beautiful thing to say. It's a very great thing to desire. But looking at what we've seen online, I just don't know. Okay. Everything kind of centered around the spectacle of it all. The ring. People thought the ring was ugly and atrocious. I personally think it's a little too gaudy for me, but I mean, dang, maybe that's what she likes. But in these viral moments, I think the drama becomes entertaining for the public. But like when we look at the nitty gritty of things, a lot of this is just aesthetic content. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at it, you like the girls, you like how they look, you like their talent, maybe even like the rappers or the people that they're dating. But I think in both situations, the deeper question about stability and foundation is really not the focus. A lot of it is just mess, and a lot of it is getting excused knowing that messiness is now marketable and it starts to feel normal. And I think that's really the definition of bird brain behavior. Now, moving on to point number 2, ego, competition, and the I'm different mindset. Lord, I had to learn this lesson the hard way. Can't wait to tell my story. Let's go underneath the headlines. A lot of these situations are fueled by ego. Okay, not love, but ego on both hands, whether it's the man or the woman. They are fueled by wanting to be chosen. They are fueled by wanting to prove you can have him. They are fueled by not wanting to look like the girl who cares too much, which I really hate. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a lover girl. I'm not gonna sit here and act nonchalant about a man that I really love. So I get it, but at the same time, it gotta be worth it, okay? We are in an era where openly caring about someone someone is kind of like labeled as embarrassing, I see a lot of comments that's like, oh, loving a man out loud is embarrassing. No, loving the wrong man out loud is embarrassing. And I get it. Sometimes you don't know. A lot of men can switch up like the weather, but I don't know. I'm not about to sit here and love a man out loud knowing he's doing what Young Thug is doing, or doing what Rich the Kid is doing, or doing what Stephon Diggs is doing. Like, that's when it's definitely embarrassing. But there's a lot of women in healthy relationships.
Like, doing that public apology shit over social media. I want to publicly apologize to my fiance. Nigga. But all I can say is he embarrassed her in public. Apologize in public, I guess.
Who love out loud, and you should be proud of that. Wanting commitment is almost labeled as desperate, so the safer posture becomes like the indifference, right? The safer image becomes the woman who doesn't need him, the woman who's just there for the fun, the woman who is just unbothered. But if you truly did not care, there would not be no secret communication, right? There would not be any energy spent defending timelines. There would not be any public back and forths. Indifference doesn't require a defense. So what are you really like that man, okay? You like that man, you're a bird, okay?
For you right after I get right up to that cusp where he will fully take care of me, I don't want to go that far. I just want to be the side. That's what I was saying. Like, I just want to be the side and I just want you to chill. I don't like him enough to lay up next to him every day. I don't even know how you do it. I'm not going to start talking about him. You know, I'm not going to start talking about him, but you know the things about him. Girl, I don't know how you do it. I was just trying to play my little position. He clearly won't stop, and you know he's obsessive.
And music plays a lot into this. So many lyrics revolve around taking someone's man. Like I said earlier, I think I've had like certain lyrics like, your man like me or whatever. And I feel like at the time I was just writing it for the sake of entertainment, but I truly believe a lot of these people are internalizing that. A lot of girls want to be the one that he chooses and the one that, you know, is winning him over. Like I said, I've written bars like that before. I'm not pretending I haven't, but there's a difference between performance and internalization. Some women understand it's entertainment. Others start modeling their real life standards around that competitive energy. I mean, for some women, when validation comes from beating another woman to the position, the man stops being evaluated. We don't even drag the man as much as we should. The focus shifts from, is he stable, to, did he pick me? Right? That's a dangerous shift. And that's what Summer Walker was doing too. It's like, well, this guy has all this going on. He's a rapper, he has money. And then it kind of became like, oh, well, I really want to be in the position of another woman, so I'm gonna try and do that. But because I know I'm wrong, I'm gonna act like I don't care, and I'm gonna act like he's just nothing to me, like he's just a play toy. No, ma'am, you're a bird, okay? Caw-caw, caw-caw. And also, this is where the Cardi B and Stephon Diggs example fits in. Not as a replacement for this argument, but kind of like a reinforcement to it. When Cardi had joked and said, oh, well, that's our baby daddy now, in reference to Stephon Diggs and the other women who had children with him within the same time frame.
Yeah, that's your baby daddy. That's my baby daddy too, girl.
Yeah, she retarded for that. Because she could have flexed and said, yeah, he's your baby daddy, but he's my husband. Now, she still would have been called a bird brain, but at least she got the ring. Like, she should have stayed with Offset. Let's be honest. Should have stayed with Offset. Out of everybody. Go for Trayvon Diggs. Stephon Diggs. And then you're going to get mad when he invites his first baby mama or second baby mama to the Super Bowl down to where the family is like with his mom and everything, and his first son, like, oh wait, no, I think it was the baby mama that Offset used to sleep with. He got played, bruh. He played in your face, and you spent upwards of like $1 million on a party for his family at the Super Bowl, bruh. Nigga, you goofy, you goofy.
Well, what now? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It was framed as humor. Like, her fans were like, I mean, she's right though. Like, what is she supposed to do? Like, they just gotta deal with that. Like, it's okay. She's pretty, she's paid, she's put up. Like, as if it's a flex. No, that is bird behavior. What do you mean? As if she secured something, but underneath that joke is the exception mindset. The belief that because you are Cardi B, your outcome will be different. Because you're more famous, more desirable, more visible, you're gonna get better treatment. That is ego talking. That is the I'm different mindset. It's the belief that history doesn't apply to you, that patterns won't repeat to you. Yeah. But what have we seen? Oh, man.
Look, if you're not growing, if you're doing the same thing, just because you switch your partner out don't mean you ain't gonna get the same individual. You're gonna get a new body, as in like a new body, but with the same issues.
Bam. It's gonna get you, okay?
Maybe
And
even
again,
worse.
I've had to learn this lesson. That thought that you are special enough to override a man's habits, ooh, don't do it. Don't do it, sis. That's exactly how women talk themselves into situations that were already showing red flags from the beginning. The hardest truth in this entire conversation is that sometimes people defend these situations because they've convinced themselves of the same thing at some point in their lives. So when you critique behavior, it feels personal. Calling something bird behavior feels harsher than the behavior itself because it forces someone to reflect on what's actually really happening. Now, moving on to my third and final point number 3, who actually looks peaceful? Now, let's talk about what doesn't get the same energy. There are stable Black couples out there. There are examples of grounded relationships that exist without constant public tension attached to them. Look at Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell. I love their relationship. Their relationship feels intentional and private. It doesn't revolve around the spectacle. Look at Mona Leo and Stunna Vegas getting married. That's a commitment that's long term. Look at Ryan Destiny and Keith Powers reconnecting in a way that looks mature and thoughtful. Those examples don't trend the same way. Like, oh, we love them, we talk about them, we praise them, but like, what is more viral? The bird brain behavior. There aren't weekly debates attached to these good couples, right? From what we see. There isn't constant public rivalry. There isn't a triangle narrative for blogs to stretch out. And that says something about what holds attention. A lot of the women who constantly end up in these public triangle situations tend to fit what society calls the preference image, the exotic look, the hypersexual branding, the racially ambiguous aesthetic, the former dancer narrative, the women who are loudly desired. People say those women get preferential treatment, but from what we see publicly, it looks more like preferential selection, okay? They definitely get picked. They get picked quickly. They get pursued loudly. They get chosen visibly. But being chosen fast is not the same as being treated well long term, okay? Being desired does not automatically mean being respected. Being selected.
All I can say is I feel bad for those children. I feel bad for those children. Hopefully there's healing that comes with the children. I'm talking about healing on both sides, the mother side and the father side. Sins of a father and sins of a mother. All you can do is pray for them. All you can do is pray for them.
Does not automatically mean being protected. And a lot of monoracial Black women who don't fit into hypersexual narratives are often in relationships that look a lot more grounded and less theatrical. Hence the examples I just gave. They may not be selected as loudly, but they also aren't constantly in the middle of public triangles, like I said. And I think that really is important because it challenges the idea that being the preference guarantees better outcomes. In reality, being the preference often just means you're part of the storyline faster. I ain't even trying to be shady. And when the culture keeps glamorizing selection over stability, women start chasing being picked instead of being valued, which is bird brain behavior. That still ties back to ego. Ego wants the position. Peace requires discernment. Take it from me, ladies. Trust me, I've been there. Now, just my closing thoughts. At the end of the day, this conversation is not about tearing the women down. I did call them birds, but honestly, sometimes I just gotta keep it real. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Some people be like, if you say the wrong thing, you're just such a horrible person. You hate these women and you're jealous. I'm not jealous of anybody and their situations. I don't want none of this in my life. And thank God I don't have it. But it is bird brain behavior. I have to call it. And it's almost like there's an affinity to be a bird, let alone to defend a bird. This is all about examining what we defend so aggressively. It's about asking why calling out bird behavior feels more offensive than the behavior itself. The men in these situations deserve accountability, like I said, that is very clear, but also so does the participation in it. And if we continue to celebrate competitive dynamics while hoping for peaceful outcomes, the disconnect will keep repeating itself. We're gonna keep seeing this. This is not about one artist, it's about a pattern that we see. And until we are willing to look at that pattern honestly and call it what it is, the timeline will keep giving us the same storylines in different packaging. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. Oh, by the way, I do have a new vlog out on my vlog channel, so I will pin that down below. And also I do have a new vlog from my modeling company called Queen Team Models. I will also pin that down below. So if you want to watch anything more from me, go ahead and check out my personal life as well as my business. Thank you in advance for the support. And last but not least, as always, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Pretty girl, they say I'm ice cold like a snow flurry.
Hey, shout out to Queen Choma. That was a dope video. Birds gonna be birds, man. So I'm not gonna participate in bird conversation. because I'm not a bird myself. Hey, they just keep the entertainment going on social media. That's all I can say, bro. They open themselves up to that. So